Hi everybody, welcome to week 8 of English 1B. I'm out on this beautiful day. I'm shooting this on the weekend before week 8 begins. It's a beautiful day. I'm in the park, just enjoying myself, taking my youngest for a walk in his stroller. You can see he's snoozing right now. He loves walking in his stroller. I thought I'd just shoot a quick video to go over what we're covering in week 8. So week 8 is mostly about essay number 2. We will have our peer editing session for essay number 2, and we'll be doing it through the discussion forum. So what you need to do is you need to go to discussion forum number 2, and it's linked in modules. It's also linked in assignments, so you can find it multiple places. You go there and you just simply cut and paste a rough draft of your paper into the discussion forum, and then you need to do that by Wednesday at midnight, 11:59 p.m. Then you have 2 days, by Friday at midnight, I think that's March 6th, to comment on 2 of your peers' papers. So please do budget time accordingly, right? This is one of the few assignments where it's like that time crunch, right? Usually you have more time online to work on these things, but the peer editing is a little bit different, so please do budget time accordingly. Remember, it shouldn't take you too long to leave some feedback. You know, quickly read through your peer's paper. You don't have to mark it up for grammar and stuff. All I'm expecting is a nice kind of chunky paragraph of feedback for your peers, for 2 of your peers. And you should be thinking about offering a brief summary of what you've read, and then write about one point, one thing they do in their essay that you like, so they can build upon that and maybe do that again, that kind of thing. Think about using that for improving other parts of their essay. And then one aspect of their essay that you think they need to work on to improve before they turn in a final draft. Okay, so just those 3 points. Should be about a paragraph, about 250 words, right? So less than a page, but like a chunky paragraph. So do that for 2 of your peers. Remember, try to spread the love out a bit. So if someone has like 13 responses, go to look at another essay and respond to that one. Okay? Don't just concentrate on the same ones. Also, this week, we'll be talking about something called discursive communities and interpretive communities to kind of build on what we were talking about last time. Last week, we looked at those 2 speeches, the Trump and Thunberg speeches. So we're going to build on that and think about the different ways that people interpret things like this. Hold on a second. Sorry, just letting people pass me. So we'll be talking about the ways that communities interpret text in different ways. You know, as we were looking at some of the ways that, you know, say, for example, Trump is trying to appeal to ethos. But the thing is, like, his appeal to ethos works differently for different communities. For people who like Trump, when he says certain things, they respond in certain ways. For people who don't like Trump, they respond in different ways. So that's kind of what we want to get into this coming week as well. And to do that, we're going to read read an essay called, what is it called? Something about the Barack apocalypse. Sorry, I can't remember. I'm away from my computer right now. But it's about preppers, people who are preparing for the doomsday, for an apocalypse, right? And the way they form communities. It's a very interesting subculture that's still proliferating. So we're going to look at that to help us think about this idea of discursive and interpretive communities. So there's that to do as well as the rough draft. Okay, and that's just to kind of add another, maybe to help you think about like audience and ethos and kairos and stuff as you're working on your second paper. Okay, so that's the other thing we're working on. Lastly, I was going to mention we are getting into the novel pretty soon. I think we're starting to read from it next week. If not next week, then immediately after the March break. So we're going to get into the novel pretty soon. You're going to need to order the novel online. You can get it for very cheap. I think people found it for about like $4 or $5 online used, because it is you know, it's not a super new book, and it was a very popular book, so there's tons of used copies around. So please do go on Amazon or whatever, you use to order books and things online, please order yourself a copy. Or, you know, go to your local library. I'm sure they have a copy. I think the Chaffee Library has a copy. I'd have to double check. But there are lots of copies floating around. It won the Pulitzer Prize a number of years ago. So please do look for The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Either buy it used, find it in a library, something like that. We will be getting into that very soon. And let me just say about the book itself, it's a really fun book. Well, fun's the wrong word, it's dark. It's about the end of the world. It's about a father and son trying to survive after the end of the world. So it's not exactly fun, but it's a enjoyable read. It's very engaging. I've taught it before in English 1B and students love it. But I will warn you, the writing is a bit poetic. So when you're first starting to get into it, it can be a little challenging. So, you know, if you're reading the first couple pages and you are feeling maybe a little frustrated, don't worry about it. It gets easier as you get into his style. You get used to the way he describes things, and we will discuss why he uses certain writing strategies. But just give yourself enough time to read it. Don't think you can cram through 100 pages of this novel very quickly, because that's not the kind of writing it is. It's enjoyable and you're gonna like it. I'm probably gonna like it if you put the effort in, but it does take some work, I will be honest. Okay, that's about it for now. I think that was it. Yeah, peer editing, the Barack Apocalypse article, and then get the book. So those are the three things I want to talk about. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you next week, or this week. I'm shooting this on the weekend, so I will see you around. Okay, bye-bye.